All right, so today we're talking about what it takes to build a thriving business, the 5 key problems you need to overcome, and the 5 key stages you need to go through in order to build a thriving business. And we're also going to define what a thriving business is, so stay tuned and we'll get right into it. All right, so let's get started. Number one, we want to talk about what is a thriving business. And for me, it's 3 things. It's a business that gives you money, of course, time, and purpose. And those 3 elements coming together give you a business you can be really proud of that doesn't require too much of you in terms of time and also provides you the income that you need to live your life. But in order to make that happen, we have to go through some specific stages and overcome some specific issues before we can ever build a business that gives us that time, money, and purpose. So let's start at the beginning. So stage number 1 for most business owners is the idea stage, the concept phase. And the key thing, the key problem to overcome is really the hesitancy of just starting. And that can be a real blocker for a lot of people and one that you just need to get over. So one element here that we need to be really conscious of is we do actually need a good idea. We can't just turn any idea into a business. We need to make sure that the idea itself is something that people will pay for. And as entrepreneurs, our main goal, our main job is to solve problems for profit. So you need a good problem that you can solve and that you can make money at. So that's the key to stage number 1, the concept phase. So stage number 2 is exciting. It's the launch phase. And if we have a really good idea and we're ready to take it to market, we are ready to launch our business. And in the launch phase, the key thing, the key problem to overcome is just getting it done. It's really a challenging time for any business owner. So your goal is survival. You want to launch your business, get it out there, but also make sure that you're covered for things like taxes, a website, marketing, people, all the stuff that it takes just to get your business off the ground is all things that you need to do in the launch phase. And your key job in this phase is to just survive it and get to the other side. So once we've launched our business and we're sort of out of that really high burning fuel stage of our business and we've survived it and we're through it, the key thing to focus on next is your product market fit. And that's why we call it the focus phase. And in this phase, we're really wanting to get our product or service in the hands of our customer so they can start to dissect it and devour it. And it's really key to take feedback in this phase, but you can't do it unless you're selling. So the key part, the key problem to overcome in this stage is to sell, 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 and deal with whatever comes. You need to get to the other side of that and really understand what your customers are buying, not necessarily what your original idea was in the concept phase, but looking back now on what customers really like about your service or product and starting to adapt that service or product to what they really want. So the next phase after the focus phase, where we feel like we have a really good product or service that we can deliver to clients or customers and make money off of that, the next phase is to build in foundation. The foundation phase is about building processes and procedures around delivery of our product or service. You want to be able to do this at scale, at profit, each and every time. Have consistent services, have consistent delivery, and that's going to really impress your customers and keep them coming back for more. So the last phase, and I think it's a real issue, is that people jump to this really early on in their business, and that's the scale phase, where you want to scale your business. You're not going to be able to see profit in the early days and any time on your hands really until you hit scale. But scaling too early can be really dangerous as well. So if you don't have the right product market fit, like you haven't gone through the focus phase and really solved that problem, you're going to either spend a lot of money on marketing with no traction, or you're going to just fall completely flat in other areas. So it's really important at this phase, at this stage, to really assess all the things that have gone on before, make sure that you're ready to grow your business, and then make it happen. You'll have the processes and procedures to fall back on. People will know how to deliver your product or service. Your employees will know what to do, and then you can start to grow your business. And the real fun part about this is that this is usually the phase where people actually start to see profit and more time on their hands. It's kind of counterintuitive that way, in that you can build up to a size where you don't have to do everything. You don't have to be a jack of all trades in your company. You can start to focus on the places where you have a lot of strength and where you can offload some of the stuff that you're not very strong at to a full person, a full employee who's going to grab a hold of that part of your business and really do a great job at it. So that leads us to the Thrive phase, which is really more of an adaptive future place that we may never really truly achieve, but we know we can't achieve unless we have those other elements in play. So when you get to the Thrive phase, now it's really up to you. How do you make the most of this business? You have the size where you can produce profit and have consistent revenue income and income for you personally, but also you can pay employees, and maybe if you have investors that are getting dividends, that's all important stuff. But it also means that you can give back to your community. You can sponsor events, you can take a larger approach, and that's where purpose comes into this. A thriving business is one that has a greater purpose, that gives back to its community, that supports its employees in their endeavors, and you can't do that without the size and profit. And the last component of that is the time aspect. If you're small, you're probably doing a little bit of everything in your business, and the job is never really done. So until you get to the scale and you have the processes and procedures in place, you're going to be a slave to your business, because it's not producing the kind of profit you need or the income that you need to hire those people out that are really good at those positions. And once you've done that, that's where you're going to have the time on your hands to just work a normal 40-hour week and do your best work. So that's it. I hope this has helped frame out what the big issues in scaling and working towards a thriving business is. If you have any experiences or comments about these different phases, please post them below. We'd love to hear your experience with these different phases, maybe some missteps or some successes at each phase. And also, I hope to see you around the channel. Please subscribe, like this video if you liked it, and we really appreciate the support. And we're trying to build this community of Canadian entrepreneurs on YouTube where we can answer questions and do more videos like this and kind of join together as a community. So we'd love to see you around the channel. I hope you will subscribe. Really, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.